皆さん、こんにちは。お元気ですか？リサです。Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, はじめまして。I'm Lisa. Today, we are gonna talk about Christmas. All the Japanese that you need to know about Christmas is here in this video. I think this video is gonna be a little longer, but I've included all the aspects, which is some phrases, some cool vocabulary that you need to know, and we're gonna have a little bit of talk about the Christmas, the way we celebrate in Japan, and so on and so forth. It's gonna be a nice video, so stay till the end. Today's video is gonna include cool phrases to make your day, great vocabulary related to Christmas, how to wish someone Merry Christmas in Japanese, and a little talk about Christianity and Christmas in Japan. So, I hope it's clear. 4 parts of this video, right? Great. First, let us begin with vocabulary. Did you know that Christmas in Japan is actually a more like a romantic holiday than like a family one? People do celebrate it with their family, but yeah, it's more towards that end. So, what if you do not have somebody to spend your Christmas with, like me? In that case, we have a term in Japanese called as kuribocchi, which means alone for the Christmas. This is our first vocabulary word. It's such a sad word. Kuribocchi, alone for Christmas. Are you gonna be a kuribocchi this Christmas? I am gonna be that. So, the second vocabulary word is Santa Claus. Santa Claus is, there are 2 ways, actually 3 ways. First is Santa-san. We know that we add san to a name when we want to give respect, right? So it's kind of cute way to say this, Santa-san. It sounds very cute. And kids also tend to say Santa-chan. Chan is like to show closeness. So yeah, kids can use that, and that's even more cuter. So Santa-san. And the second way is a little way like Santa Claus. In Japanese way is Santa Claus. Santa Claus. The lo sound is a bit longer, so Santa Claus. Okay. The third vocabulary term is Christmas tree. It's the exact same as how you say it in English. Christmas is kurisumasu. And you just don't have to, think anything. Just say it like you say it in English. It's very same. Kurisumasu. Kurisumasu. If you pronounce it like one by one, kurisumasu. But when you pronounce it together, it's the same as English. Kurisumasu. Kurisumasu. And tree actually is key in Japanese, but there is one convention that Japanese people follow when saying Christmas tree, that they translate the word tree, not literally. I mean, they do not translate it into Japanese as key, but they say tree. 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 So tree is tree. The same as tree, right? So Christmas tree. Christmas tree. Christmas tree. Number 4 is Christmas cake. So yummy. Christmas cake is kurisumasu, Christmas, keiki, cake. Kurisumasu, keiki, Christmas cake. Keiki is cake itself. Number 5 is illumination. Illumination. Illumination comes from the English word illuminations, which is lightings and decorations and all that. So if you visit Japan during the Christmas, you'll see the entire Japan is like lighted up like a star. Yeah, with a lot of lightings everywhere. Like the streets are just so full of it. That's what we call as illumination. So number 6 is decorations. Decorations. Or I call it the art or the act of decorating. So decorations is 飾り付け. 飾り付け. Now, 飾り itself means decorations. And as I said, 飾り付け is the act of decorations. Okay. Number 7 is yuki. Yuki. I don't have to explain more on this. It itself means snow. Yuki. Number 8 is this. This animal is reindeer, right? Reindeer. Up till my 7th standard, I used to write the spelling of this as R-A-I-N, reindeer, reindeer. I didn't know that it was reindeer, R-E-I-N. R-E-I-N, right? Yeah. So reindeer is tonakai, tonakai, tonakai. Number 9 is Christmas present. In Christmas, we exchange gifts, right? So gifts is present. And present is presento. Presento. And you already know what Christmas is in Japanese, right? We said it like 3 times up till we've started this video. So Christmas present is kurisumasu presento. So Christmas presento. Number 10 is, okay, now this is just too famous. If you go to Japan in Christmas, there are 2 things that you're going to notice. First, the Japan is lit up, that I already said. That is illuminations. And second is this, the KFC. It's just so popular during Christmas. I don't know if that was some, what do we say, sales or something. But yeah, this is a typical Christmas meal that you get during Christmas only in the KFCs in Japan. And the advertisements will be like, they'll start 1 month before on the televisions. And that's a huge craze in Japan about this. It's called as Kentucky. Kentucky. And in more slang way, they just say Kenta. Kenta. So yeah. Number 11 is Tenshi. Tenshi. It means angel. You might be knowing the first kanji actually stands for the kanji for heaven. Yeah. Next we have number 12 is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus is Yesu. Yesu. And Christ is Kuristo. Kuristo. If you pronounce it together, it's Christo. Christo. Just like Christ, Christo. So, Yesu Christo. Number 13 is snowman. Snowman, my favorite. I never met a snowman. Never in my life, but I love it. Yeah. I love Olaf, and that's why I love snowman. Wow. So, snowman is Yukidaruma. Yukidaruma. Yuki means snow, right? So, yeah. Number 14 is Christmas song. And just like we said about Christmas tree, we do not translate tree literally as ki, but we just say tsuri. So in song also, song is ongaku, right? But we do not say Christmas ongaku. We say Christmas song. We say this because there's nothing, a reason behind this. You just do it like that. It's called as the katakanization. Katakanization, yeah. So Christmas song is kurisumasu song. Christmas song. So if you do not just pronounce it like g at the end and simply say the g sound, it's enough. So Christmas song. Just as the English word, right? Number 15 is entotsu. Entotsu. Entotsu is the chimney. Yeah. Because that's from where Santa comes, right? He enters into the house, right? Yeah. Like when I was a kid, I didn't know that Santa comes from the chimney. So I always asked, like, how does it come from the chimney? And what if the house doesn't have a chimney or something? So I don't know. My brother fooled me by saying like Santa has a power, just cross through the door, and yeah, he can pass straight through the door without hitting it. And I believed it for my whole life, like when I was a kid. I was such a fool. That's okay. I was a kid, right? Number 16 is the fireplace. Fireplace is danro. Danro. And yeah, this is the fireplace. Number 17 is candle, and candle is rosoku. Rosoku. Actually, sometimes you see candle written in katakana, and sometimes in hiragana. Both are acceptable. And candle is actually the name rosoku comes from the company name. It's the name of a company that produces candle. So yeah. Number 18 is the Santa cap, right? Santa cap. So literally, you have to just translate first Santa and then cap. Cap is boshi, boshi, and Santa we know is Santa, Santa. So it's Santa boshi. Great. 19 is stocking, or you call it socks. Yeah. So it's 靴下. 靴下. 靴 literally means shoes. 下 is down or inside, or not exactly inside. Inside is naka, but yeah, you can think it's down. So something that you wear in or down your shoes is socks, right? You wear it inside. Yeah, so stocking. It's just so that you can remember it. I never knew actually that I read it like on internet that Santa doesn't give present if you do not put your that letter in the Santa special socks. I never knew that. I just kept my school sock and just kept my letter over there, and I got presents. Yeah, those were my parents, but yeah. Number 20 is hot chocolate. It's cocoa. Cocoa. Number 21 is bell. And bell can be said in katakana as beru. That's fine, but the Japanese word is suzu. Number 22 is sleigh. Dashing through the snow in one has open sleigh. That's sleigh. Now, it doesn't really apply just on the Santa sleigh. Sleigh is like generally every sleigh, okay? So the sleigh which kids play is also a sleigh. So sleigh is sori. 23 is muffler. It's muffler, or the scarf which you wear in winters. Muffler. Number 24 is gloves or mittens, whatever you call it. It's tebukuro. I just got this picture for the working gloves, but I actually meant to say about the Santa's red gloves. Since now we're talking about Santa, I wanted that red gloves to come. But tebukuro doesn't just apply for the Santa's gloves, but it can be any type of glove, okay? Number 25 is hoshi. Hoshi is a star. It's not a hoshi with a e at the end. That is want, hoshi. It's simply hoshi, star. And doesn't really apply again just on these Christmas trees top star. It can be even the stars in the sky. Number 26 is ornaments. And by ornaments, I mean to say the stuffs we use to decorate the tree, the Christmas tree. Yeah, that one. It's the very same way as you say in English. Ornament is ornamento. Very same. 27 is holiday. Holiday is 休日. Now, there is a very common way to say holiday as yasumi. That's not wrong. In fact, that's more common. But I'd say kyujutsu is same as yasumi. There's no great difference. But I think this one is more formal. That one is like casual and little informal. Yeah. Not too informal. You can use that in formal context. That's okay. But this one is more formal. Yeah. So when you're asking for holidays from your boss, you can use this term rather than yasumi. 28th term is Christmas party. Yeah. Is Christmas party. Party is party. Number 29. 29. No. 28. Okay, we did this. Christmas party. Okay. Number 29 is 家族 family. 家族 family. Number 30 is greeting. 挨拶. Number 31 is family gathering. Family we just saw was 家族, and a gathering is 集まり. So when you want to say family gathering, you say 家族の集まり. 家族の集まり. Okay. No means apostrophe s. 32. Number 32 is Christmas dinner. We say クリスマスの夕食. Number 33 is Christmas lights. This time, it's not the illuminations exactly. Illumination is not that. It's actually the lights, as in laito. Yeah. So, Christmas no akari light. Now, if you simply say Christmas no akari, it's understood. But if you say raito with it, it's fine. And that's why I kept it in brackets, right? 34 is Christmas recital. Christmas recital. Just the same way. You just have to say it in like the accent has to be changed a bit. So Christmas is Christmas and recital is recital. Recital. It's so similar. Because it's actually, if you pronounce it differently, it's ta-lu at the end. But when you say it together, it becomes tal. Tal. The u sound is kept in your throat. It doesn't come out. So, Christmas recital. Okay. 35 is elf. Elf is elfu. Elfu, to be very precise. But there is the Japanese term called yosei. Yosei is like fairy, yeah. So it can be like Tinkerbell and all those fairies. It can include elf also, but elf particularly, it should be written katakana as elfu. Okay, done. We saw 35 vocabulary for Christmas. So you must have probably noticed that all the words that we saw were in katakana. Not all, but most of them, right? So these words are the foreign words. They could be from English, and some of them are also from some another languages. And these are the words which Japanese actually adapted. So we call them as the loan word. And these foreign words, like almost 99% of the times, are expressed in katakana. You notice that they are so easy to memorize, right? Because the pronunciation of English and in Japanese is almost the same. Like game in English, in Japanese becomes game. Sport becomes sport. Just so same. All you have to do is just change your accent a bit into the Japanese one. Okay? If you are bad at changing your accent, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely. Because even though you cannot say in that Japanese style, you can pronounce it that way, that's fine. You just need to pronounce the word slowly, just the way you do it in English, but a bit slowly when you're talking to a Japanese. The Japanese would really know what you're trying to say if you go a little slow. So it's okay to not know the Japanese style. Thanks to katakana that you are able to know so many vocabulary in Japanese without learning Japanese. Because these are the words you already know. Okay. The second part of this video. Here is where we learn some cool phrases. These are the phrases which you can use into your languages, and if you're good at grammar, you can apply all the grammar things on this phrase and create a variety of statements. Okay, the first. So we saw that kazari or kazaritsuke was decorations, right? Kazari actually comes from the word kazaru, which is to decorate. So to decorate ornaments will be what? Ornamento o kazaru. Ornamento o kazaru. To decorate ornaments. So o is marking the object, and here ornaments are the objects which you are decorating, right? So yeah, now you can apply any grammar in this phrase. You got the phrase to decorate ornaments is ornamento o kazaru. Now you can apply all the grammar that you know. For example, let's say, please decorate the ornaments. So you just have to convert kazaru into its type form, kazatte, and then add kudasai. So, ornamento o kazatte kudasai. Please decorate the ornaments. Or let's say you want to ask, like, may I decorate the ornaments? That time you say, ornamento o kazatte mo ii desu ka? So the te form plus mo ii desu ka is used to ask for permissions. And similarly, the te form plus kudasai is used to say please in Japanese. So all the grammar you know can be applied on this phrase, and you can create such a variety of statements on your own. So yeah, good luck. Second one, the second phrase is, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? Christmas is near, come on. You haven't searched for a gift that you want from Santa. Anyways, so what do you want for Christmas? I am about 12, so Santa no more gifts me. So I'm not gonna ask for anything, right? So what do you want for Christmas? クリスマスに何が欲しいですか? 何が欲しいですか? 何 means what? And が欲しいですか? が欲しい is a phrase. Anything, something, something. が欲しい means I want something, something. hoshi is want. And that's what I said at the beginning. Hoshi is star. And hoshi is want. Okay? They sound similar, but there's a difference of a last e at the end. Ka marks the question. And Christmas ni. Ni means on Christmas or for Christmas. So, Christmas ni 何が欲しいですか? Nani can be replaced by the thing that you want. Here I'm saying what do you want? So I put nani. Let's say you give an answer with a different noun. So that noun が欲しいです. That's the phrase. So your answer can be like whatever you want. It can be I want Pikachu. So Pikachu が欲しいです. You can say I want a dog this Christmas. So you say Christmas に犬が欲しいです. You want to say that I want love? You can say 愛が欲しいです. 彼氏が欲しいです. Anything that you want. The noun が欲しいです is the phrase that you need to remember. Great. Number 3. Would you like to spend Christmas Eve together? Okay. I just changed my tone a bit. So Christmas is Christmas. We have been doing this, right? And Eve is translated the very same way. Ibu. Together is 一緒. And to spend, as in to spend time, is here we use 過ごさない. 過ごさない actually comes from the verb 過ごす. 過ごす is to spend time. In the negative, it becomes 過ごさない. This statement is actually casual. So you don't need to add the ka particle at the end because in casual statements, you just need to raise your intonation at the end. 過ごさない? So if you go with a high intonation, the person can understand that you're actually questioning and not saying something. So yeah, but if it was a formal statement, let's say, for example, you are asking somebody formally, like, would you like to spend the Christmas Eve with me together? So that time, you have to use the formal speech style, which is a must form. So that time, you'd say, Christmas Eve 一緒に過ごしませんか? So, 過ごさない is the negative form in casual way. 過ごしません is in the formal way. Anyway, can do. Depends on the relation of you and the person. Would you like to spend Christmas Eve together? Okay. Number 4. Would you like to go see the illuminations? Now the English translations is very weird, so let's look at the Japanese one. Illumination を見に行かない? Now, if you raise your intonation, it's understood. 行かない? You go up, so you are asking a question. It's again in the casual way. In formal, you conjugate the word 行く as 行きません. 行きません. So you're using the must form, right? And when you are asking like would you, or you're asking for that person's opinion or anything, that time you have to use in the negative. So in the last case also, 過ごさない, it was ない, negative. Here, 行かない, it's negative. So 行く becomes 行かない in negative. And illumination, we already saw was illuminations, right? Okay. What about mini? It's understood, but let's say you didn't know this. It's actually a very small grammar topic. You use the must stem plus ni. So the verb to see is actually mimasu, right? In the formal way. I drop the mas, what I'm left with is mi. If I add ni, the particle ni to mi, it becomes mini. And this grammar pattern is used to mark the purpose of your action. So why are you going to watch or to see the illuminations, right? What's the purpose of going? To watch. Mi, ni. So the must stem plus ni. 食べに 飲むに 飲みに any must stem plus ni. Okay. Number 5. Am I going to past? 今年のクリスマスは雪が降るといいな。今年 means this or this year's most precise way to say. Because the second kanji is for year. But in English, we don't say this year's Christmas. We can say, but we are most likely to say this Christmas. This Christmas itself means this year's Christmas, right? Kurisumasu is Christmas. And yuki is snow. And the verb furu is used when you want to express that the snow is snowing. And toina is like I hope, I wish, I hope. Yeah. Number 6. What would be a good present or what would be a good Christmas present? At that time, we again use the word nani, what? And the statement goes like, Christmas プレゼントが or Christmas プレゼントは何がいい? 何がいい? Nani means what, and 何がいい would be what will be good. Now this can be translated what would be appreciable, what would you like to, and in a different way. But I think the appropriate translation here is what would be a good Christmas present. クリスマスプレゼントは何がいい? Now sometimes in casual speech, you see the wa particle is omitted. That's fine. That's acceptable as well. Number 7 is the illuminations are beautiful. This is something that you need to know because it's an instant feeling that you have to say in Japanese if you want to flaunt. So it's going to be イルミネーションがとても綺麗. And this is again in a casual way. Let's say you want to say the illuminations were beautiful, were in the past tense. You already saw them and now you're saying like they were beautiful. That time you add でした at the end. イルミネーションがとても綺麗でした. Okay, and informally, とても綺麗だった. Okay, 綺麗 is a noun adjective. To make a noun adjective in the past tense, we add だった and でした in informal and formal occasion, respectively. Number 8. This was the best Christmas ever, right? Let's hope that the statement comes out to be true. It's not because we are in the COVID situation with a lot of rules and regulations and all. But anyways, this was the best Christmas ever, right? In Japanese will be 最高のクリスマスだったね. 最高 is the best. Christmas. だった was, I just now said. でした formally, だった informally. And ね is a particle which is used to ask for the other person's opinion. So yeah. Next we have is, okay, if someone has been living under a cave for years, only then he's gonna ask you this question. When is Christmas? When is Christmas? クリスマスはいつですか? I'd be like, the morning I wake up and I'm like, when is Christmas? And it's the 25th of this day. And I'm like, when is Christmas? クリスマスはいつですか? When is Christmas? And you have to answer, unfortunately, if the person doesn't know. So you can say, クリスマスは12月25日です. Or there's one more way as クリスマスは12月25日にあります. So Christmas is 25th of December or Christmas is on 25th of December. にあります means is or on 25th of December. Okay? Both the ways are correct. Number 10. I am looking forward for this Christmas. The phrase is に楽しみです. に楽しみです. And the word that is going to follow first is going to be the thing that you're looking forward. So I am looking forward for Christmas, right? So I say クリスマスに楽しみです. And you can use any other word that you want. Number 11. What are you planning to do on Christmas? What are you planning to do, 皆さん? So Christmas is クリスマス. On is translated as に in Japanese. Not always, but yeah, in most contexts. What is 何? And what is marked by the object marking particle を? Now here is the grammar that I want you to know, and here is the phrase. The verb in the plain form plus つもり. This means I am going to, or I intend to, or I'm planning to. Your future actions can be explained using this grammar pattern. So you're gonna say the verb in the plain form, つもりです. I am going to, or I intend to, or I plan to. So what are you planning to do on this Christmas will be, クリスマスに何をするつもりですか? So する is in the plain form. I use つもり with it. So what are you planning to do? I'm asking for your future plans, future actions. You can answer this question in a variety of ways. What are you planning to do on this Christmas? You can say, I am planning to have a party with my friends. That time you can say 友達とパーティーをするつもりです。So, パーティーをする is to have a party. する with the つもり becomes the future action of having a party. Great? The second can be I am planning to go to the karaoke today. So that time you can say 今日カラオケに行くつもりです。行く is in its plain form, right? And you add つもり next to it. Similarly, the third example could be デートをするつもりです。I'm planning to have a date. Number 3, the phrase number 3 is You bought it for me? A question mark, but with a rising intonation, right? This is just so simple in Japanese. 買ってくれた買ってくれた You just have to raise your intonation, okay? 買ってくれた Now, how do you know that who is buying for whom? That's all because of this verb, くれる in the past form, くれた. So, let's say this girl is very surprised because this boy bought a gift for her. So be like, you bought it for me? So when くれる is used when someone else does something for you. So here, this person is doing for this girl. So you did for me? You bought for me? So yeah, remember, くれる when someone else does for you. あげる when you do for someone else. くれる, あげる, and もらう. These are the three verbs used for giving in Japanese. And they are a little complex. For now, all you need to remember is that くれる someone else does for you. あげる you do for someone else. Okay, so here the girl is saying that someone else did buy for me. So someone else by someone else, she means this boy. So you bought it for me. So I understood you from the context, and that is why I wrote it in the brackets, right? Next is number 15. It's again the grammar that I right now explained. くれる and あげる. This time the verb is あげる. So who is going to give? I am going to give to someone else, right? So I will buy for you. I am doing the action for someone else. And the someone else is you. How do I know that? Context, 皆さん. So I will buy for you is going to be 買ってあげるよ. 買ってあげるよ. So I'll buy for you. So pair form of the verb plus くれる, あげる, もらう is the grammar. Great. I hope I made at least a little bit of sense. I hope I did. So second last part of this video, how to wish someone Christmas in Japanese. Now, the Japanese word for merry or cheerful or happy is yoki, actually. So you might be thinking like people say, yoki Christmas. Yoki Christmas. No, that's not how they say. So how do they say this? Very straightforward. They say just like you say it in English, just a bit of change in the accent. They say, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, 皆さん! That's how they say it. It's just so same, right? So, while you're chatting on the phone, a slang word, meriii is used. So, kurisumasu, the entire one is not used. Meriii is simply used, okay? This is when you're online messaging or someone or something like that, okay? So, yeah, use this phrase with your friends, whomever you meet today, just greet them, Merry Christmas, okay? And they're also gonna wave back to you and they'll be like, yeah. The fourth part of this video, Christianity and Christmas in Japan. Let's have a little bit of discussion about what Christianity and Christmas is like in Japan. So we all know that Japan is not actually a Christian country because the majority of the population follows the Shinto religion, which is very different than the Christian one. But they do celebrate Christmas and on a large scale. That's what I said. The entire Japan is just lit up when it's Christmas. They have vacations as well. Now, because everyone in the world celebrates Christmas. I don't think there's a simple country except North Korea who doesn't celebrate Christmas, right? Now, they do not they celebrate it not because they're Christian or something, or not because they care about Christ. They do, but that's not the reason, right? Then why do you do it? Why do they do it when it is not a Christian country? The answer is just so lame, but yeah, it's true. They do it because it is fun. And there's food, and you get presents, and what else do you want? I think even my country does it for the same reason. We have Christians in India as well, but those are not the majority one, but still Christmas is celebrated on a large scale. And I think this festival is mostly associated with children's, and that's why everyone's just plays it, and everyone forgets about that it belongs to a religion. They just play and enjoy this festival, and that's how festivals should be. So in Japan and in most of the other non-Christian countries, like I said, my country, even though they have few Christmas stuffs in Christmas, but people really never associate this festival with Christianity or as in the religion or something. I mean, who could do this? Like, what does a fat old man in red clothes breaking into homes and giving after kids, and what does he have to do with Bible? Nothing, right? So I really don't see a connection here, and so do the Japanese people. They do not see any connection between Christmas and the religion, and therefore they celebrate it like it's their own religion. So in practice, it means that in Japan, you will not see some religion-related stuff when it's Christmas. So they do not really celebrate like the birth of Christ or something, but you see that same thing being in UK or US on a large scale. That doesn't happen in Japan because Christianity is a very few followed religion in Japan. But yeah, there is a huge McDonald's Christmas loot that you can definitely see. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe, you can share it with your friends. Please wish your friends Merry Christmas, and yeah, that's it. You can comment and let me know if you got to learn something and what are your plans for this Christmas. Are you like me, all alone, or you have some great plans? Kuribochi, that was a term. See you next time. Till then, keep learning and stay safe. またね、皆さん